Retained firefighters are firefighters who represent their local communities in more rural areas, and they work a duty system where they train for 2 to 3 hours a week and they respond to emergency calls for assistance from members of the public. Retained firefighters must live and work within a reasonable distance of the fire station. In addition to working with the fire service, most retained firefighters have other primary employment. Before joining the fire service, applicants must get agreement from their employer that they will be released to attend emergency call-outs. It is recognised that the extra skills of retained firefighters are mutually beneficial to employers and the fire service. Over the years, strong links between the fire service and the firefighters' primary employers have been established.
I'm the watch manager at Eyemouth Fire Station, and I've been the watch manager since 2001. I'm retained and I'm also part of the cool-down instructional staff. For the actual day-to-day running, it's the retained watch manager's responsibility to ensure that there are enough crew members available, that control are aware of the availability of the appliance, how many crew members we have, and basically taking charge of any incidents within your area.
Been a retained firefighter now for nearly 10 years. Our job, I work for the local council authority as a cook in charge at the local primary school.
I'm a single mum with 2 girls aged 12 and 8, and I work locally, so I'm in the village most of the time anyway.
I've got a grandson who's just over a year old and absolutely gorgeous. In a couple of years it's going to be so cool for him to have a granny who's got a fire engine that he can come along and have a look at.
I've lived here all my life. My dad is from the area as well, so pretty much I know all the other guys and ladies that are in the station. I'm related to 1 or 2 of them.
It's quite a big part of the community. It's the retained fire station in the village, so all of them are neighbours, basically. So we all know each other, we all work together, socialise together.
It's very, very important that we provide this service for them, because we do know them and we do want to be there for them, to ensure that everybody is safe.
The type of people that I've had on the crew are myself. When I started on the crew, was a lifeguard. We have had a girl who was a florist. I have a couple of guys who work on the railway, a couple of guys who work at the local paper firm. Some of the other retained stations have postmen. People who can give cover either from their job or when they're not working.
Being a cook, I prepare a lot in advance, so there's always a backup to do the job, and they're quite happy to do that. You can phone and say, look, I'm going to be late, and you've got your employer phoning around, making cover.
We all carry a pager or an alerter, and that's on our person, and it makes a noise, flashes a light and it vibrates, and that gives you an indication that you need to go up to the station as quickly as possible, but we do need to observe speed limits and the ordinary rules of the road. You
could be out having a meal or anything and your pager goes and you've just got to get up and go. You're going straight from either being in your workplace to responding to a call, and you're going into total firefighting mode. I give my work 9 to 1. So I basically have to sign off the fire brigade between 9 and 1. But I always have my pager about, just in case. If my pager went twice, that was telling me that the fire brigade's short crewed, and I would go as a community person, because it's somebody in that community that I'm going to go and see.
When we get to the station, we'll find that there's a message on the fire cat in the same way that there is at Whole Time Station. That'll tell us what it is we're going to.
You know pretty much that it's going to help somebody, so you do kind of get that whole factor and then run.
From there, it's the same as the Whole Time, in that we get the gear on, get onto the appliance and proceed to the location. Sometimes you can be called out 3 or 4 times in a day, and other times you can go days without being called out. So the times that you've got to fit in quality time.